Over 218,000 Nigerians have received free eye screening thanks to the ongoing Saudi no-ophthalmic volunteer program. The initiative, launched by Saudi Arabia's King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center, is offering free eye care at Bagada General Hospital in Lagos until May 27th. Patients are receiving sight-restoring cataract surgeries, diagnostic tests, and prescription glasses, all at no cost. The Saudi press attaché in Nigeria says this outreach builds on past successes in states like Kano and Bauchi and marks a major step in tackling preventable blindness in Nigeria's largest city. In Enugu State, Governor Peter Mbah has inaugurated the Ease of Doing Business Council as part of efforts to grow the state economy from $4.4 billion to $30 billion. The 25-member council, chaired by the governor himself, is expected to drive reforms that will attract private investment by improving business processes and reducing bureaucratic bottlenecks. Governor Mbah says the council will build on previous initiatives such as digital land access, one-stop permit processing, and improve infrastructure and security to make Enugu a top investment destination. Business leaders welcomed the move, describing it as a major step towards positioning the state as a safe and competitive place for investors. We'll take a short break now and we'll be right back.
Lateef Jakande. Born Lateef Kayode Jakande in the Ekpetedo area of Lagos Island, Lagos State, on July 1929. He studied at the Lagos Public School at Enuowa, Lagos Island, then at Bonham Memorial Methodist School, Port Harcourt, King's College, enrolled at Ilesha Grammar School, where he edited a literary paper called The Quarterly Mirror. Jakande began a career in journalism in 1949 with a daily service and joined the Nigerian Tribune in 1953. The owner, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, appointed Jakande editor-in-chief of the Tribune in 1956. Jakande established John West Publications in 1975 after leaving Tribune and began to publish the Lagos News. He served as the first president of the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, NPAN. Jakande ran for election as executive governor of Lagos State in 1979 on the Unity Party of Nigeria platform. His administration was effective and open and implemented the cardinal policies of his party. He introduced housing and educational programs targeting the poor, building new neighborhood primary and secondary schools, and providing free primary and secondary education. He gave poor people's children education, and many of them are now very prominent in the society today. Jakande established the Lagos State University and constructed over 30,000 housing units. After the military takeover in 1983, Jakande was charged, prosecuted, and convicted of treason and later pardoned. He served as Minister of Works under the Sani Abacha military regime. He died in Lagos on February 11, 2021. Lateef Jakande was the first civilian governor of Lagos State. Lateef Kayode Jakande, Souq Enlightenment.
What keeps the heartbeat of a community alive? Is it the courage to create, the power to connect, the vision to transform? Well, it's all of this and more. It's a symphony of ideas, innovation, and industry. But where do these stories come alive? It's right here on The Isle, 104.9 FM, the station where dreams meet action and growth finds its voice. The Isle, 104.9. business, economy, development. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Now, in Enugu State, Governor Peter Mbah has inaugurated the Ease of Doing Business Council as part of efforts to grow the state's economy from a $4.4 billion to $30 billion. The 25-member council, chaired by the governor himself, is expected to drive reforms that will attract private investments by improving business processes and reducing bureaucratic bottlenecks. Governor Mbah says the council will build on previous initiatives such as digital land access, one-stop permit processing, and improved infrastructure and security to make Enugu a top investment destination. Business leaders welcomed the move, describing it as a major step towards positioning the state as a safe and competitive place for investors. Moving on to Ebonyi State, HIV patients can now access free health care under a new initiative by the Ebonyi State Health Insurance Agency. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Moses Ekuma, announced the rollout of free enrollment into the scheme, made possible through global funding. Enrollees will receive not just antiretroviral drugs, but also treatment for malaria, hepatitis, hypertension, and maternal health services. The move has significantly expanded health coverage in the state, with enrollment figures rising from 37,000 to over 137,000 under Governor Francis Nwifuru's administration. Officials are calling on individuals and organizations to sponsor more community members as the state works towards universal health coverage. Now, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has flagged off a nationwide preparedness campaign in Bauchi State to reduce the impact of flooding in high-risk communities. NEMA officials said the initiative follows early warnings by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, with Bauchi identified as one of the most vulnerable states. The campaign aims to equip local residents with critical knowledge and response strategies ahead of potential disasters. Community engagement also took place at the Mudalawa market, previously hit by floods and fire. State officials and security agencies have pledged support as the government calls for collaborations to build more resilient communities. Veteran broadcaster and former beauty queen Chief Julie Coker has criticized the statement credited to former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal, describing President Bola Tinubu's presence at the installation of Pope Leo XIV as an insult to Christianity. In a statement issued from our office in Lagos, she described the remark as reckless and uncalled for, capable of causing division rather than fostering healing. Chief Coker urged politicians to exercise restraint in their utterances and avoid statements that incite or intimidate the public. She emphasized the need for political actors to promote national unity and be mindful of the weight the words carry in public space. Coker also called on political leaders to guide their supporters and representatives to always uphold respect and decorum, particularly in matters concerning the nation's sovereignty and integrity. And now to the foreign scene. Russia and Ukraine have begun a rare prisoner swap following their first direct talks in over 3 years. A Ukrainian military source confirmed the process is underway following last week's meeting in Istanbul, where both sides agreed to exchange 1,000 prisoners. While the talks failed to secure a ceasefire, the prisoners' exchange marks a significant step towards de-escalation. Previous swaps were mediated by the United Arab Emirates, but this last deal came after a direct negotiation through Russia. Though Russia insists no pause in fighting will occur unless certain conditions are met, Ukraine says it is ready for a 30-day ceasefire, but remains firm on rejecting Russia's terms. Tens of thousands of lives have already been lost in what has become Europe's deadliest war since World War II. Many thanks for watching. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms at Souq News Television. I am Olumide Shokoya. Good afternoon.
Bring to you the remarkable life of a Nigerian businesswoman who has overcome significant challenges to become one of the most successful entrepreneurs in Africa. Let me tell you about the strength, resilience, and passion for success of a woman who journeyed into the male-dominated world of oil exploration and production. A woman who displayed her love for philanthropic endeavors and her commitment to empowering others, particularly women and young people. This woman is Folorunsho Alakija. It takes only the brave, courageous, and smart-minded people to become rich and influential personalities in the world. In Africa, when we mention the names of rich and powerful women, you must mention the name Folorunsho Alakija, the richest woman in Africa. Her net worth, according to Forbes, is $1 billion. Now, how did she start? Let's take you down memory lane on the life of Folorunsho Alakija. Folorunsho Alakija was born on Sunday, 15th July 1951 to Chief L.A. Ogbara, her father, and Mrs. Ogbara, her mother, who is a businesswoman. She was born into a polygamous family of 8 wives and 52 children. Her mother was the first wife, and she was the 8th child of her mother. Young Folorunsho grew up at her family house located at Ido Oluwo Street, Ikorodu, Lagos. She had her nursery education at Our Lady of Apostles Nursery School from 1955 to 1958, also in Lagos. At the age of 7, her parents enrolled her at a primary school in Wales called Dino Ben School for Girls in Wales. She was in that boarding school for 4 years before she returned to Nigeria. After her primary education, she attended Muslim High School, Shagamu, Ogun State in 1963. Well, during the holidays, she would go to her mother's shop to participate in the textile business. She would learn about trading and marketing of textiles. Generally, she learned a lot of tricks about business. After graduation from high school, she enrolled at Pitman Central College, London, to study secretarial studies. In 1974, Folorunsho started her career working as an executive secretary at Sijuade Enterprises. After gaining some experience there, she moved on to First National Bank of Chicago, now First City Monuments Bank, working as the executive secretary to the managing director. Later, she was appointed the new head of the Corporate Affairs Department of the International Merchants Bank of Nigeria, formerly First National Bank of Chicago. She moved on in her career to become office assistant to the Treasury Department. After spending 12 years in the banking sector, Folorunsho traveled to London in 1984 to study fashion designing. She studied intensive courses in millinery and fashion design at the American College in London and the Central School of Fashion. When she returned to Nigeria, she established her fashion label called Supreme Stitches. Within 3 weeks of setting up her business, she was invited to take part in a fashion competition. Folorunsho won the competition that brought her straight into the limelight of the fashion industry in Nigeria. Prominent women from different parts of the country started making clothes with her. Her fashion company thrived successfully, and a few years later, she renamed it to the Rose of Sharon House of Fashion, making it a proper fashion line. As her success in fashion grew, she was later made national president of the Fashion Designers Association of Nigeria, FADON, and a lifelong trustee of the association. By the early 1990s, Folorunsho decided it was time to expand her business tentacles to oil and gas. Her company, FAMFA Limited, was incorporated in September 1991. The company applied for an oil prospecting license, OPL, to explore a 617,000-acre block for oil, now OPL 216. In August 1993, the company was awarded the leasehold rights of OPL 216 oil block, and it was renamed officially. FAMFA Oil was changed to FAMFA Oil Limited. Its goal was to be the forefront of indigenous oil and gas exploration and production in Nigeria. Folorunsho got on board the exploration of a major deep water oil field located 1,500 meters off the Niger Delta, the Agbami field. She gained access by partnering with Star Deepwater Petroleum, a subsidiary of Texaco,